Hey there, online students. This is Michael Buer coming to you from my kitchen at home. I'm working home today and just trying to get a lot of things done while everyone's out of the house. I hope all of you are doing well. We are now entering the second week of classes, and so there's not a whole lot new that we've got to pay attention to, but I do want to come to you weekly just to give you a heads up about things that are coming up, dates you need to be aware of, and anything else relative to the classes. I do want to encourage you to go back and listen to the chapel message from last Friday. Dr. Bust Fanning, my department chair, spoke in chapel and did a great job preaching on preparation for proclamation. He's a good exegete and he has a pastoral heart, and it was a very encouraging message. So I want to encourage you to listen to that if you haven't had a chance to do so, because I think it will be something that encourages you in the work that we are doing in this class. Okay, so without further ado, let's take note of what we've got going on this week. In NT103, as you know, we are now working through the method for textual criticism. We're doing it in theory at this point. You're reading and looking at a lot of different texts, working through how the method actually works. By the end of this week, we'll switch over to actually starting a practice method. For the TC problem that you are going to do for the major assignment in this portion of the course, you're going to work on Ephesians 2:21. But for practice, I get you to work through Ephesians 2:8. And so you've got an assignment by the end of this week in which you're actually going to start developing an evidence chart for Ephesians 2:8. I want to encourage you to be in touch with me as you have questions, ask and answer questions of each other in the discussion that's going on this week. There's a lot of new material and a lot of new way to think about how how this discipline works. So don't hesitate to ask questions as they come up. I do want to remind you that the proficiency exam is due this Friday. Remember, that's going to cover the elements that you learned in NT 101 and 102. It'll cover vocabulary, paradigms, parsing, and translation. And so it's going to review basically everything that you had last year. So it's a good gauge of where you stand on those elements. I would encourage you to review. It's very important that you keep those things fresh all the way through your time in the New Testament program, because that's the raw data that we work with, and it's important that you have those things down well. I do hope that your semester has begun well. I'm excited about it, and I'm glad to be beginning a new semester along with you. We all have a lot going on. You've got new classes that you're working on. I've got new teaching responsibilities in terms of a new class here at the seminary, but also I'm starting to teach through Zechariah in my Sunday school class at church, which I've never done before. So we've all got a lot of things going on. So let's remember to pray for each other. Let's lift each other up to the Lord and ask for His blessing and His enablement for the work that we have to do. So I want to encourage you to contact me as you have any questions that come up in the class, and I'll answer them as quickly as I am able. And I will be praying for you, and I hope you have a great week.